Good morning and welcome to our intro to Yoga with Blocks today. Thank you so much for joining me and thank yourself for showing up onto your mat this morning. Start grounding down through our tailbone, bringing your arms high to the sky on your breath in, and on your breath out, let them sink down to your heart center. Rolling your shoulders back and down. Thinking of at least 3 things you're grateful for today and 1 thing that you love about yourself. Rolling the shoulders forwards and backwards, just getting any kinks out here. Turning to your side and placing your hands onto your knees, rounding forward for our seated cat pose. So you're going to come onto your fingertips on your knees or whatever's accessible to you as you round your shoulders forward, and you're going to suck in your tummy as if someone punched you in the gut, and you're drawing your stomach back. Heart is also drawing back, and your tailbone is drawing forward as well. So we're feeling super grounded. As you lift your chin, bring your hands up, but you're going to draw your blocks towards you while we set up for our seated cow pose. So hands are on your blocks for support. As you draw your shoulder blades together, shining your heart, imagine a nice line across your collarbone. Maybe chin lifts slightly. Taking a breath in and a breath out. As you start to draw the hands up high to the sky and then round them forward, coming back into your seated cat. So this is our second round of seated cat-cow. We're going to do one more round after this. Just noticing how this feels in your spine, relaxing through your face, unclenching your jaw, adding space in between your eyebrows. Bringing awareness to your body as you start to bring your hands up high to the sky and then back around, finding your blocks to place your fingertips on or your whole palm. Remember, these blocks can be as high or as low as you would like. You can always add a second pair of blocks if you need it. Your blocks are your friends. They are not a crutch. They are not something to be ashamed of. I feel like sometimes we try to avoid the blocks because of our ego, but I promise you that the blocks are your friends here. Releasing your blocks and just setting them to the side for the moment while we start this windshield wiper. So bringing your knees out wide and just shifting them side to side to release those hips and lower back. Starting to prep for our wide-legged forward fold, grabbing your blocks, spreading your legs out wide. Remember that toes are drawing outwards. So first option with the blocks is to have one block parallel to the mat and the other block perpendicular. One's on low, one's on high, and you hinge at your hips and allow your forehead to rest onto the top block. So that's our option 1. Option 2 is blocks are both on their tall ends and they can be as close to you as far away, and you just rest your forearms on there. I like both of these. It just depends on the day. So one is not better than the other. So pick whatever feels good. As long as you keep that nice flat back and you are allowing yourself to hinge at your hips and ground energetically, you will feel super supported. Shoulders are still falling away from your ears. And also meet yourself where you are. Release any expectations you have for yourself during this practice. It's very easy to step onto the mat and start to judge yourself. But the hardest part is showing up and just meeting yourself where you are. No expectations or negative self-talk. Starting to set up for puppy pose, removing the blocks and setting them to the side. So puppy pose, you're in tabletop, coming onto your forearms and then just walking your forearms out in front of you as much as you can. Hips are right above your knees and your heart is sinking down into the mat. So our block option here is to place your block so that it supports your third eye, the space in between your eyebrows, or just your forehead in general. This is very helpful if your forehead can't touch the mat or you just like a little extra support here. And this is a more strenuous pose, so make any modifications you need. Maybe you come back up onto your forearms a little bit or lift yourself up so that you're not fully melting your heart onto the mat. Take up space and allow your body to feel rejuvenated and refreshed. Shifting into child's pose. All this is just bringing the knees to the width of the mat, setting your tailbone down. Block is still in the same position of supporting your forehead. And setting up for thread the needle on the right side. So that right hand is going to go underneath of the left as if you're threading the needle. Arm is reaching over to the left side of the mat, as your other arm can either be out front or you have the option to take a bind. So that just means your left arm would come up and you draw to the opposite lower back. Resting your face and just reaching as far under as you'd like with that bottom hand to really get that nice twist. Still shifting that breath so that you're inhaling, belly rise, exhale, belly falls. Bringing those hands down, shifting back into your child's pose. As you come onto the other side, so left arm is threading underneath of the right, across your chest and reaching towards that opposite side of the room. Always the option to bring your knees closer together here, if that's what your lower back is telling you. Same options for the bind, so it just means that right arm comes up high and then meets at your lower left back. And gently starting to come back into your child's pose. Same option for your block to support you. And your option to stay in child's pose for your Shavasana if you're feeling comfy and cozy, or you can go ahead and lay down. And with this class, you can just let the class end and stay here for as long as you'd like, allowing your body, mind, and soul to find rest. Namaste, friends, and see you next time.